Jerome, happy to have you on. How's it going?
Good, good. Happy to be here.
How was practice today in the rain and I'm counting it as cold. I don't know how cold you were.
This is great weather for me. I mean, it's football weather. First day
Sure.
it passed, a little rain. It was perfect.
There you go.
Man, so you're coming over from Miami, and we heard Macdonald talk about the linebacker group, and he says you guys have a composure about you. Is that the way you would describe your group as well?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely say that. I think we just we all know each other's strengths, and we just go out there and have fun and run to the ball.
What did you know about Mike Macdonald's defense, if anything, before coming here?
Yeah, I mean, just playing in the AFC,
Right.
kind of have the
That's what I
idea of their defense is just phenomenal when they was over there. So that was a big decision me coming here. I wanted to play under his defense. He do a lot of different things, the linebacker. So for me, it was kind of a no-brainer.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you've been in the league for a minute, and I think obviously people are excited about the Mike Macdonald defense, but end of the day, like, defense is defense. I'm sure he maybe teaches things a certain way or maybe has different keys or whatnot, but how different is his defense when it comes to terminology? Is the terminology just completely different, or is it, as long as you understand what he runs for you, you'll be able to pick it up?
Yeah, I think the main thing is, like, he gives you everything, and then you have to sit there and sort it out and, kind of, learn it yourself. And for me, that's a great thing. If you give me everything and I just take my time and can learn it all, that just gives me a lot of freedom. I can do a lot of different things. So, but yeah, his defense it's still football at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's just a different language.
Mm-hmm.
Some people call it one way, some people call it another.
Yep.
And once you learn that, it's the same thing.
I feel like the way people talk about defense is changing, though. Like, it used to be like, look at all these brilliant offensive coordinators, offense, all brains. And it was like defense gets the nod for obviously having, like, insanely athletic, guys out there, but it's very difficult to play defense, and it's
Yeah.
very difficult to fool quarterbacks and to fool offenses when they have so much already to their advantage. Do you feel like we're collectively just like changing the way we see defense as being, where you can also, trick guys and be really smart and kind of outplan?
Yeah, I think that's the main thing now. If you, a lot of defenses are more of just like, they react to what the offense
Yeah.
do. The cool thing about, Mike defense is you have to really know what you're doing. You have to know what we're doing. We're going to attack you. We're going to attack you from different ways, linebackers, safeties, corners. That's the fun part about playing defense, and his defense is you truly don't know. The offense is on their toes, and that's where it gets fun for defense. It's not just third and long. We get after the quarterback. It's first down. We throw in a little something different. Second down, you think we're going to rush the passer. We're not. We're drop everybody. So I think that's the fun part of me and his defense. Every down is different, and it's a lot of different disguises, a lot of different blitzes, and for me, that's the best part.
I love watching the game change, right? When I was playing like slot receivers, like what is that? Now you got slot receivers everywhere. How's your position changed? Because when I was playing, I described LBs that just thick, can't move. It was a different type of body.
No
and then
neck.
we watch you guys play out there. It's just your bodies are different. The game is different. How's your position changed?
Yeah, I think I always said that, like, growing up, I was watching the Ray Lewis's, the big
Right.
linebackers, big 260, 250 guys. Now you look at how the game has changed. With it started with Ryan Shazier, those smaller linebackers, but can run all over the field. Even now, like, if you look at the linebackers now, a lot of defenses are looking at those fast, safety type bodies and just getting all over the field. That's what you want. So it's just like with anything in life. It changes a little bit, and eventually it's going to go back to the old format of they're going to have fullbacks and truly just run the ball downhill. But for me, this is the best part. This is my generation.
Have you always been a linebacker? Or you played other positions?
Yeah, so I played running back most of my life, and then I switched over to linebacker going into college.
Have you ever tried to push for running back snaps anywhere you've been where you're like, man, put me out. Trust me, I know what I'm doing.
I say that every single time.
Really?
Every running back coach I come in contact with, I tell them, like, I can take a few snaps for you. If
You
you
let
need
me
a little
know.
bit. But just like with anything, I'm used to just look at it like school. I was on elementary school, so
Yeah.
now we're in calculus 3. So I got to really. I think I can do it, but I know it's
No, I love
it's
that
long
confidence.
gone.
I love the idea of like looking at Ken and Zach being like, what are you doing? I can't. Yeah, go to Ryan Grubb. Listen, coach, I'm just saying, I can go two ways here.
Man, so you were born on Christmas.
Yep.
I was born December 13th, so I always used to get this is your birthday / Christmas present. You really lived that life.
Yeah.
Man. What was that like growing up?
It was terrible. Growing up, it was always just terrible. A lot of people, they just, here's your gift.
Right.
They won't even say it's your birthday gift or your Christmas gift. Here's your gift. But growing up now that I'm older, I'm more looking at it as like everybody celebrate Christmas.
Yeah.
So
You got brothers and sisters?
yeah. So I
So
have
you
two
used to
brothers.
watch them double up with their birthday,
Aw.
Christmas, and you.
I think the main thing for me was just school. Everybody can celebrate their, day in school and
Right,
have a
yeah.
good day. Every single year, we're out of school, so I
Yeah.
can't even celebrate it. But
Right.
it's all good. Now I look at it as everybody celebrating my birthday,
Yep.
so
There we
it's
go.
all good.
I had a friend whose birthday was on Christmas, and he said the same thing when I asked him, like, hey, what was the worst about it? He was like, oh, you had a 21 run? I didn't. Bars aren't open. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
no matter what, like, you get to, I'm sure when you turn 21 or when you get in college and you can finally kind of, like, let loose, or maybe it's, a break or whatever,
Yep.
you can't.
Everybody's
can't.
gone. It's
Everyone's
just
gone.
Every single year, it's the
Yeah.
same thing.
Well, I mean, when you play NFL, I mean, you never know. You could get a Christmas Day game, and then you get, the team celebrating you, fingers crossed, after.
Yeah.
So, I'll hold out hope that you get it. I know that you don't want a game on your birthday, but I think it would be cool.
So you're from Ohio and played in Miami, so you're used to humidity. I mean, that air just wraps around you. We played Auburn, and that was the toughest environment I played in because it was just so humid. So now you out here in this. Do you feel your body, like, responded differently because it's not as humid?
Yeah, so I don't get I wasn't a heavy sweater anyway. So playing in Miami, it was kind of cool because I'm not a heavy sweater. I'm not going to overheat too bad. But here it's like I get cold so fast. Like it's like I'm kind of used to being hot, putting the pads on. I'm thinking it's going to be burning up. So but now, I play with long sleeves. I try to just put any way where I can make myself hot. But it's the same thing. It's football. Once you get out there and you start playing, running around, it's the same game we've been playing since we were 6. So no matter the weather, we go out there and play.
It doesn't really start here until I say, like, October. Like, you're going to be, like, week 3 before it gets too cold, right?
Yeah. I mean, but
feel like sometimes September
He
stays
played in the
pretty
East
warm.
Coast. He has to go to Buffalo.
That's true. Yeah,
New
exactly.
England.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Uh-huh.
So I've been asking Bump a lot of questions, obviously as a former offensive player, about what he sees from this offense, because it's harder as a fan or someone who hasn't played to try to break down, like, what's happening, how's it different. You're out there facing them. I know they can only, be at a certain level of install with what they want to do, but how's the offense feel from a defensive point of view?
Yeah, for me, I'm super impressed with Geno. Just seeing him, how he operates the offense and just doing his thing, I'm just super impressed with that. Playing on the East Coast, I didn't really get to see too many, Seattle games. So now I'm seeing, like, the weapons we have is kind of ridiculous. I mean, if you start with K9, this dude is he's a tough back. That's all
Not
I'm
as good as
gonna say
you. Not as good as you at running back, but.
But yeah, like, our offense now, I think is the main thing is they just putting the ball in our playmakers and let them make plays, and that's what any great offense is. Just put the ball in their hands and let them make plays, and they're doing that.
How's the youngster Knight looking? I'm sure you're mentoring him in some ways, and we've been excited for all you guys because it's a brand new group. But talk to me a little bit about Knight.
Yeah, I mean, just talent-wise, he has everything he needs to be a great linebacker in this league. I think the one thing I was just telling him is it's the same game you've been playing all your life. We have a lot more calls now, a lot of things going in. But at the end of the day, once the ball snapped, do your job, run to the ball. As simple as that. Like,
Right.
if you run to the ball, you can eliminate so many different mistakes. And for him, he's trying not to be wrong, and he knows it. Like, he knows the playbook, he knows everything he's doing. It's just, once the ball snapped, your job, run to the ball. It's as simple as that. So, but he's gonna be definitely good in this league, and I'm definitely impressed with him.
How else is the transition to Seattle been? Like, what are you doing in your downtime? If you've found time to explore the city at all, just mostly staying home? How's it been going?
Yeah, so I have my 2 Frenchies, so we kind of explore pretty much every park you can imagine
I love the
around
we,
here.
the 3 of us.
No, that's how it really feels. It's us 3, and we kind of just go out, and they just go out to the parks, and we can just kind of just run free. So, but for me, it's like just the nature is totally different. Being in South Florida, it's just heat, so you're not going to be outside too much unless it's a beach. So being here, going through the forest, going to different parks, that's truly just peaceful to me. So definitely having fun.
I remember my first trip down 5. I'm from California, and it was just the trees that got me. I'm not used to seeing all these trees in the nature. So you came at a good time. I think you're gonna like it out here, man. So going into this season, like, people are talking about the Hawks, but they're not really talking about the Hawks. They're talking about it because Pete Carroll was here for 14 years, and now he's gone. I know it's our job to talk about the transition, but what's it like for the team? Do y'all even talk about, we got a new coordinator, new head coach? Like, what's the vibe with y'all in the locker room when it comes to just the approach to this season?
Yeah, I think the main thing is, like, a lot of guys are not trying to compare. If you keep comparing, that's like the thief of joy. If you keep comparing to what happened last year or what happened the years before, you're not going to just buy into the new system.
Right.
So I think we're doing a great job of just, like, letting it go. The years before was the years before. We can't change that. They won great things here. But now it's our turn to build our legacy, and that's just the main point is last year was last year. This year we got to do new things. We got new coaches, new players. Let's go out there and build something new. So
Yeah.
I think that's just like the overall message is last year was last year. And it started, I know it's funny, it started with the signs. For me, that was like an interesting thing of like, that shows our coaches truly means what he says.
Right.
This is new. We're going to do it this way. We're going to win this way. And for me, that was a ballsy move for him.
That's awesome to hear. Equally important question. Do the Frenchies have costumes? Do they have clothes?
Yeah, so sometimes I put clothes on them. Living in Florida, it was kind of hard for me to like really decorate them.
So now the closet expands.
Yeah, so now I can like put little things on them. I already got them the Seahawks jerseys and stuff like that. So
that's what's up.
they loving it out here.
All right. He is Jerome Baker, starting linebacker for your Seattle Seahawks. Jerome, it's been so nice to talk to you, to get to know you a bit. We look forward to your season. Have a good practice tomorrow. You get a little bit of time here. I'm sure not time off. Still very busy day. So we're going to let you go.